Tonight, we're taking a slow trip through the entire solar system. Every planet, every major moon, the asteroid belt, and the icy edge beyond Neptune. One quiet, factual stop at a time. No stories, no drama, just real numbers. Real distances, real data. Delivered slowly enough to let your mind loosen its grip on the day and drift. Somewhere between the third planet and the eighth, into sleep. You don't need to remember any of it. Just let the facts settle over you, one after another, at their own unhurried pace. Let's start at the center, with the star that holds everything else in place. The Sun. The Sun formed about 4.6 billion years ago from the gravitational collapse of a cloud of gas and dust. It accounts for about 99.8% of the total mass of the entire solar system. Everything else, every planet, moon, asteroid, and comet combined, makes up less than 1/4%. Its diameter is about 1,391,000 kilometers, roughly 109 times the diameter of Earth. By volume, about 1,300,000 Earths could fit inside it. The Sun is composed of roughly 73% hydrogen and 25% helium, with trace amounts of oxygen, carbon, neon, and iron. At its core, temperatures reach approximately 15 million degrees Celsius. Surface temperature, at the visible layer called the photosphere, averages around 5,500 degrees Celsius. The Sun rotates on its axis, but not uniformly. About 25 days at the equator, and closer to 35 days near the poles, since it's made of plasma rather than solid material. Average distance from Earth is about 149.6 million kilometers, a distance defined as 1 astronomical unit. Light from the Sun takes about 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach Earth. The Sun has completed roughly 20 to 25 orbits around the center of the Milky Way galaxy since it formed, with each orbit taking approximately 225 to 250 million years. Its estimated remaining main sequence lifetime is another 5 billion years, after which it will expand into a red giant. The Sun's magnetic field drives an 11-year solar cycle, moving between periods of high activity, marked by more sunspots and solar flares, and periods of low activity, when the surface is comparatively calm. Solar wind, a constant stream of charged particles, flows outward from the Sun in every direction at speeds between about 300 and 800 kilometers per second, reaching well past the orbit of Pluto before it finally slows and mixes with interstellar space. The Parker Solar Probe, launched in 2018, has flown closer to the Sun than any spacecraft in history, passing within about 6.1 million kilometers of the surface and reaching speeds of over 630,000 kilometers per hour, making it the fastest human-made object ever built. Next, the smallest and innermost planet. Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system and the closest to the Sun, orbiting at an average distance of about 57.9 million kilometers. Its diameter is approximately 4,879 kilometers, slightly larger than Earth's moon. Mercury completes one orbit around the Sun, 1 year, in just 88 Earth days, making it the fastest-moving planet, traveling at an average orbital speed of about 47.4 kilometers per second. Its rotation is unusually slow. One full spin on its axis takes about 59 Earth days. Combined with its orbital speed, this produces a solar day, sunrise to sunrise, of about 176 Earth days, nearly 2 full Mercury years. Mercury has almost no atmosphere. only a thin exosphere made of oxygen, sodium, hydrogen, helium, and potassium, too thin to trap heat or support weather. Surface temperatures range from about 430 degrees Celsius during the day to about -180 degrees Celsius at night, the largest temperature swing of any planet in the solar system. Mercury has no moons and no rings. Its surface is heavily cratered, similar in appearance to Earth's moon. The largest known impact structure, the Caloris Basin, is approximately 1,550 kilometers in diameter. Mercury has a surprisingly large iron core, making up about 85% of its radius, proportionally the largest core of any planet in the solar system. It has been visited by 2 NASA missions, Mariner 10, which flew by 3 times between 1974 and 1975, and Messenger, which orbited Mercury from 2011 to 2015 and confirmed the presence of water ice in permanently shadowed polar craters. Next, the second planet from the Sun and the hottest in the solar system. Its diameter is approximately 12,104 kilometers, making it almost exactly the same size as Earth, about 95% of Earth's diameter. Venus rotates extremely slowly and backward relative to most planets. One full rotation takes about 243 Earth days, longer than its own year. A single solar day on Venus is about 117 Earth days. Because of a runaway greenhouse effect, Venus has an average surface temperature of about 464 degrees Celsius, making it the hottest planet in the solar system, hotter even than Mercury. Venus has no moons. Its surface is dominated by volcanic plains, with more than 1,600 major volcanoes identified, more than any other planet in the solar system. Venus is the second brightest natural object in Earth's night sky after the Moon, and is often visible to the naked eye as the morning star or evening star. It has been explored by numerous missions, including the Soviet Venera program, which achieved the first successful landing on another planet in 1970, and NASA's Magellan mission, which mapped over 98% of the surface using radar between 1990 and 1994. The highest mountain on Venus is called Maxwell Montes, and it is about 11 kilometers high. This makes it even taller than Mount Everest on Earth. Venus orbits at an average distance of about 108.2 million kilometers from the Sun, completing one orbit every 225 Earth days. Next, the third planet from the Sun, and its only natural satellite. Earth orbits the Sun at an average distance of about 149.6 million kilometers, completing one orbit every 365.25 days. Its diameter is approximately 12,742 kilometers. It rotates once every 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4 seconds. Earth's atmosphere is about 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen, with trace amounts of argon, carbon dioxide, and other gases. Average surface temperature is about 15 degrees Celsius. About 71% of Earth's surface is covered by water, with oceans holding roughly 97% of that total. Earth has one natural satellite, the Moon, with a diameter of about 3,474 kilometers, roughly 27% the diameter of Earth, the largest moon relative to its planet in the solar system aside from Pluto and Charon. The moon orbits Earth at an average distance of about 384,400 kilometers, completing one orbit approximately every 27.3 days. The leading theory for the moon's formation is the giant impact hypothesis. A Mars-sized body, sometimes called Theia, collided with the early Earth roughly 4.5 billion years ago, and debris from the collision coalesced into the moon. The moon is gradually moving away from Earth at a rate of about 3.8 centimeters per year, measured using laser reflectors left on the surface by the Apollo missions. The moon has no significant atmosphere, and surface temperatures range from about 127 degrees Celsius in direct sunlight to about negative 173 degrees Celsius in darkness. 12 astronauts have walked on the moon, across 6 crewed landings between 1969 and 1972, as part of NASA's Apollo program. Earth has one confirmed permanent natural satellite, though it periodically captures small asteroids into temporary orbits, sometimes called mini-moons, for periods ranging from weeks to a few years. Next, the fourth planet from the Sun. Mars orbits the Sun at an average distance of about 227.9 million kilometers, completing one orbit every 687 Earth days, roughly 1.9 Earth years. Its diameter is about 6,779 kilometers, roughly half the diameter of Earth. Mars rotates once every 24 hours and 37 minutes, very close to an Earth day. Mars has a thin atmosphere, about 95% carbon dioxide, with surface pressure less than 1% of Earth's. Average surface temperature is about negative 63 degrees Celsius, ranging from around 20 degrees Celsius at the equator in summer to about negative 125 degrees Celsius at the poles in winter. Mars has 2 small moons, Phobos and Deimos, both irregularly shaped and likely captured asteroids. Phobos orbits at about 9,376 kilometers from Mars's center, completing an orbit in just 7 hours and 39 minutes, faster than Mars itself rotates. Olympus Mons, on Mars, is the tallest known volcano in the solar system, standing about 22 kilometers high with a base roughly 600 kilometers across. Valles Marineris, a canyon system on Mars, stretches approximately 4,000 kilometers long, up to 200 kilometers wide, and up to 7 kilometers deep. Mars has polar ice caps composed of water ice and frozen carbon dioxide, which grow and shrink seasonally. More than 25 missions have successfully reached Mars, including current active missions such as NASA's Perseverance rover, which landed in February 2021 and carries the Ingenuity helicopter, the first aircraft to achieve powered flight on another planet. Next, the wide band of rocky debris between Mars and Jupiter. The asteroid belt lies between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter, roughly 2.2 to 3.2 astronomical units from the Sun, about 329 million to 478 million kilometers. It contains an estimated 1 to 2 million asteroids larger than 1 kilometer in diameter, along with millions of smaller fragments. Despite the large number of objects, the asteroid belt is mostly empty space. The average distance between larger asteroids is estimated at nearly 1 million kilometers. The total mass of the asteroid belt is estimated at about 3% of the mass of Earth's moon, with the dwarf planet series alone accounting for roughly a third of that total mass. Ceres, the largest object in the asteroid belt, has a diameter of about 940 kilometers and was reclassified as a dwarf planet in 2006. It was visited by NASA's Dawn spacecraft, which entered orbit in 2015. Vesta, the second largest object in the belt, has a diameter of about 525 kilometers and is bright enough to occasionally be seen from Earth with the naked eye. Objects in the asteroid belt take between about 3 and 6 years to complete one orbit around the Sun. Next, the largest planet in the solar system. Jupiter orbits the Sun at an average distance of about 778.5 million kilometers, completing one orbit every 11.9 Earth years. Its diameter is approximately 139,820 kilometers, about 11 times the diameter of Earth. Jupiter's volume could hold over 1,300 Earths. Jupiter is the fastest rotating planet in the solar system, completing one rotation in just 9 hours and 56 minutes. Its atmosphere is composed of about 90% hydrogen and 10% helium, with trace amounts of methane, ammonia, and water vapor. It has no solid surface. The Great Red Spot, a persistent anticyclonic storm on Jupiter, is roughly 1.3 times the diameter of Earth, with wind speeds inside it reaching up to 430 kilometers per hour. It has been observed continuously since at least 1830, and possibly since the 1600s. Jupiter has 95 confirmed moons as of recent counts, the most of any planet in the solar system. Its 4 largest moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, are known as the Galilean moons, discovered by Galileo Galilei in 1610. Ganymede, with a diameter of about 5,268 kilometers, is the largest moon in the solar system, larger than the planet Mercury. Io is the most volcanically active body in the solar system, with over 400 active volcanoes, driven by tidal heating from Jupiter's gravity. Europa has a smooth, icy surface and is believed to harbor a subsurface liquid water ocean containing potentially twice the volume of water found in all of Earth's oceans combined. Jupiter has a faint ring system, discovered by the Voyager 1 spacecraft in 1979, composed mainly of dust. Jupiter has been visited by 9 spacecraft, including the Juno mission, which has been orbiting the planet since 2016. Next, the ringed planet. Saturn orbits the Sun at an average distance of about 1.43 billion kilometers, completing one orbit every 29.5 Earth years. Its diameter is approximately 116,460 kilometers, the second largest planet in the solar system. Saturn is the least dense planet in the solar system, with an average density lower than water, meaning it would float given a large enough body of water to place it in. Its rotation period is about 10 hours and 33 minutes. Saturn's ring system extends up to about 282,000 kilometers from the planet, yet is only about 10 meters to 1 kilometer thick in most places. The rings are composed primarily of water ice, with a small amount of rocky material, ranging in size from tiny grains to chunks tens of meters across. Saturn's atmosphere is roughly 96% hydrogen and 3% helium. Estimates for the age of Saturn's rings vary widely, from as young as about 100 million years to nearly as old as the planet itself. Saturn has 146 confirmed moons as of recent counts. Titan, Saturn's largest moon, has a diameter of about 5,150 kilometers, making it the second largest moon in the solar system. It is the only moon known to have a substantial atmosphere, composed mostly of nitrogen, and the only body besides Earth known to have stable liquid on its surface, lakes and rivers of liquid methane and ethane. Enceladus, a smaller icy moon, has geysers that vent water vapor and ice particles from its south polar region, evidence of a subsurface ocean beneath its icy shell. A distinctive hexagonal jet stream pattern, roughly twice the width of Earth, persists at Saturn's North Pole. Saturn has been visited by 4 spacecraft, most notably the Cassini mission, which orbited the planet from 2004 to 2017 before being deliberately deorbited into Saturn's atmosphere. Next, the first of the 2 ice giants. Uranus orbits the Sun at an average distance of about 2.87 billion kilometers, completing one orbit every 84 Earth years. Its diameter is approximately 50,724 kilometers, about 4 times the diameter of Earth. Uranus is tilted on its axis at about 98 degrees, meaning it essentially rotates on its side. One rotation takes about 17 hours and 14 minutes, and it rotates in the opposite direction to most planets. Because of its extreme axial tilt, each pole experiences approximately 21 years of continuous sunlight followed by approximately 21 years of continuous darkness over the course of its 84-year orbit. Uranus's atmosphere is about 83% hydrogen, 15% helium, and 2% methane. The methane absorbs red light, giving Uranus its pale blue-green color. Uranus holds the record for the coldest atmospheric temperature recorded in the solar system, at about negative 224 degrees Celsius, despite not being the most distant planet. Uranus has been visited by only one spacecraft, Voyager 2, which flew by in January 1986. Uranus has 27 known moons, usually named after characters from the works of William Shakespeare and Alexander Pope, rather than classical mythology. The 5 largest are Miranda, Ariel, Umbriel, Titania, and Oberon. Uranus has a faint ring system, consisting of 13 known rings, discovered in 1977. Next, the outermost known planet. Neptune orbits the Sun at an average distance of about 4.5 billion kilometers, completing one orbit every 165 Earth years. Its diameter is approximately 49,244 kilometers, slightly smaller than Uranus. Neptune rotates once every 16 hours and 6 minutes. Its atmosphere is roughly 80% hydrogen, 19% helium, and 1.5% methane, which gives Neptune its deep blue color. Neptune has the fastest winds recorded on any planet in the solar system, with gusts measured at up to 2,100 kilometers per hour. Neptune was discovered in 1846 through mathematical prediction, based on irregularities observed in Uranus's orbit, before it was ever directly observed. It has completed only about one full orbit since its discovery. Neptune has 16 known moons. Its largest, Triton, has a diameter of about 2,700 kilometers and is the only large moon in the solar system that orbits in a retrograde direction, opposite to its planet's rotation, suggesting it was a captured Kuiper Belt object rather than a moon formed alongside Neptune. Triton has active geysers that erupt nitrogen gas and dust, and one of the coldest surface temperatures recorded in the solar system, around negative 235 degrees Celsius. Neptune has 5 known rings, faint and composed largely of dust. Neptune has been visited by only one spacecraft, Voyager 2, which flew by in August 1989, the only spacecraft ever to visit any of the 4 outer planets in a single mission. Next, the region beyond Neptune, where the dwarf planets lie. The Kuiper Belt is a region of icy bodies extending from about 30 to 50 astronomical units from the Sun, roughly 4.5 to 7.5 billion kilometers. It is estimated to contain hundreds of thousands of objects larger than 100 kilometers in diameter, along with trillions of smaller icy bodies. Pluto, the most famous resident, has a diameter of about 2,377 kilometers, smaller than Earth's moon. It was discovered in 1930 and reclassified as a dwarf planet in 2006. It takes about 248 Earth years to complete one orbit, and has completed only about a third of one orbit since its discovery. Pluto has 5 known moons. Its largest, Charon, has a diameter of about 1,212 kilometers, about half of Pluto's own diameter, and the 2 bodies orbit a shared center of mass located outside Pluto itself. Pluto was visited by NASA's New Horizons spacecraft in July 2015, the only spacecraft to have explored it up close, revealing a large heart-shaped region of nitrogen ice informally named Tombaugh Regio, roughly 1,000 kilometers across. Eris, another dwarf planet in this outer region, has a diameter of about 2,326 kilometers, very close in size to Pluto, and takes approximately 558 years to orbit the Sun. Makemake, discovered in 2005, has a diameter of about 1,430 kilometers. Haumea, discovered in 2004, has an unusually elongated shape due to its extremely fast rotation period of just under 4 hours, the fastest known rotation of any large body in the solar system. Next, the objects that occasionally leave this region and fall toward the Sun. Comets are small icy bodies, typically a few kilometers to tens of kilometers across, composed of ice, dust, and rocky material. As a comet approaches the Sun, solar heat causes surface ice to sublimate directly into gas, forming a glowing coma that can grow to be larger than a planet, and a tail that can stretch for tens of millions of kilometers, always pointing away from the Sun due to solar wind and radiation pressure. Short-period comets, like Halley's Comet, complete an orbit in under 200 years. Halley's Comet returns approximately every 76 years and was last visible from Earth in 1986, with its next appearance expected in 2061. Long-period comets can take anywhere from 200 years to over 1,000,000 years to complete a single orbit and are believed to originate from the Oort Cloud. More than 4,000 comets have been catalogued and confirmed as of recent counts. Next, the outermost, largely theoretical boundary of the solar system. The Oort Cloud is a theorized spherical shell of icy objects surrounding the entire solar system, believed to begin somewhere between 2,000 and 5,000 astronomical units from the Sun, and extend outward to as far as 100,000 astronomical units, roughly 1.5 light-years. It has never been directly observed. Its existence is inferred primarily from the long, elliptical orbits of certain comets. The Oort Cloud is estimated to contain trillions of icy objects, with a combined mass possibly several times that of Earth. Objects within the Oort Cloud take an estimated hundreds of thousands to millions of years to complete a single orbit around the Sun. The Oort Cloud is considered the outer boundary of the Sun's gravitational influence, marking the practical edge of the solar system, roughly a quarter of the distance to Proxima Centauri, the nearest star system to our own. Next, the two spacecraft that have traveled farther than any other human-made object. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 were launched in 1977 to study the outer planets, and both remain operational, sending data back to Earth today. Voyager 1 is the most distant human-made object, currently more than 24 billion kilometers from Earth, traveling at approximately 61,000 kilometers per hour. A radio signal takes over 22 hours to reach it one way. Voyager 1 entered interstellar space in August 2012, crossing the heliopause, the boundary where the Sun's solar wind gives way to interstellar material. Voyager 2 followed in November 2018. Both spacecraft carry a golden record containing sounds, images, and music representing life and culture on Earth, intended to last over 1 billion years. Both Voyager probes are expected to lose the power needed to operate their remaining instruments sometime in the early 2030s, though they will continue traveling through space indefinitely afterward. Next, a brief look at how our solar system fits within our galaxy and beyond. The solar system sits within the Milky Way galaxy, a barred spiral galaxy estimated to be about 100,000 light-years in diameter. The Milky Way contains an estimated 100 to 400 billion stars and is estimated to host at least 100 billion planets. Our solar system is located in a minor spiral arm called the Orion Arm, roughly 26,000 light-years from the galactic center. The Sun orbits the center of the Milky Way at a speed of approximately 230 kilometers per second, completing one full orbit, sometimes called a galactic year, in approximately 225 to 250 million years. The Milky Way is on a collision course with the Andromeda Galaxy, our nearest large galactic neighbor, at about 2.5 million light-years away, with the collision predicted to begin in roughly 4 to 4.5 billion years. Current estimates place the total number of galaxies in the observable universe at somewhere between 200 billion and 2 trillion. Next, a brief look at planets confirmed around other stars. The first confirmed exoplanet orbiting a Sun-like star, 51 Pegasi b, was discovered in 1995. As of recent counts, more than 5,800 exoplanets have been confirmed, with several thousand additional candidates awaiting confirmation. The TRAPPIST-1 system, about 40 light-years from Earth, contains 7 roughly Earth-sized planets orbiting a small, cool star, with several of them located within the star's habitable zone, the range of distance where liquid water could theoretically exist on a planet's surface. Proxima Centauri b, orbiting the nearest star to our Sun at about 4.24 light-years away, is roughly Earth-sized and located within its star's habitable zone. The most common type of confirmed exoplanet discovered so far is the sub-Neptune, a planet larger than Earth but smaller than Neptune, a category with no direct example in our own solar system. Next, a short collection of records and superlatives from across the solar system. The largest planet is Jupiter, with a diameter of about 139,820 kilometers. The smallest planet is Mercury, with a diameter of about 4,879 kilometers. The hottest planet is Venus, with an average surface temperature of about 464 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded planetary atmosphere belongs to Uranus, at about -224 degrees Celsius. The fastest planetary rotation belongs to Jupiter, completing one day in under 10 hours. The slowest belongs to Venus, with a single day lasting longer than its entire year. The tallest known mountain in the solar system is Olympus Mons on Mars, standing about 22 kilometers high. The largest canyon is Valles Marineris on Mars, stretching about 4,000 kilometers. The largest moon is Ganymede, orbiting Jupiter, with a diameter of about 5,268 kilometers. The most volcanically active body is Io, a moon of Jupiter, with over 400 active volcanoes. The fastest winds recorded on any planet occur on Neptune, reaching up to 2,100 kilometers per hour. The planet with the most confirmed moons is Jupiter, with 95. The most distant human-made object is Voyager 1, currently more than 24 billion kilometers from Earth. Next, a timeline of how the solar system itself came to be. Approximately 4.6 billion years ago, a giant molecular cloud, called the Solar Nebula, began to collapse under its own gravity, possibly triggered by the shock wave of a nearby supernova. As the cloud collapsed, it flattened into a spinning disk. Roughly 99.8% of the material gathered at the center, forming the proto-sun, which eventually ignited nuclear fusion. The remaining material in the disk began to clump together through a process called accretion, with dust grains sticking together to form pebbles, then boulders, then planetesimals ranging from 1 to several hundred kilometers across. Over the following tens of millions of years, these planetesimals collided and merged, gradually forming the planets. The inner, rocky planets formed first, closer to the Sun, where only metal and rock could condense. The outer planets, forming farther from the Sun's heat, were able to accumulate large amounts of ice and gas, growing far larger than the inner planets. The Moon is believed to have formed approximately 4.5 billion years ago, from debris created by a collision between the early Earth and a Mars-sized body. By approximately 4.5 billion years ago, most of the major planets had formed in roughly their current arrangement, though a period known as the Late Heavy Bombardment, occurring around 3.8 to 4 billion years ago, saw a significant increase in asteroid and comet impacts across the inner solar system. The Asteroid Belt and Kuiper Belt are considered leftover material from this formation process, debris that never accumulated into full planets, partly due to gravitational disruption from nearby Jupiter and Neptune. Next, a brief timeline of human space exploration. In October 1957, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik 1, the first artificial satellite to orbit Earth, weighing about 83 kilograms and completing an orbit roughly every 96 minutes. In April 1961, Yuri Gagarin became the first human to orbit Earth, completing a single orbit aboard Vostok 1 in about 108 minutes. In February 1962, John Glenn became the first American to orbit Earth aboard Friendship 7. In July 1969, Apollo 11 achieved the first crewed landing on the Moon, with Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walking on the surface, while Michael Collins remained in lunar orbit. Between 1969 and 1972, 6 Apollo missions successfully landed a total of 12 astronauts on the lunar surface. In 1971, the Soviet Union launched Salyut 1, the first space station, followed by NASA's Skylab in 1973. In 1977, NASA launched both Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, beginning what remains humanity's most distant exploration mission. In 1990, the Hubble Space Telescope was launched into low Earth orbit and has since captured hundreds of thousands of images, fundamentally reshaping our understanding of the universe. Construction of the International Space Station began in 1998, with the first crew arriving in 2000. It has been continuously occupied for over 2 decades since. In 1997, NASA's Pathfinder mission delivered the first successful rover, Sojourner, to the surface of Mars. In 2004, the Cassini spacecraft entered orbit around Saturn, studying the planet and its moons for 13 years. In 2012, NASA's Curiosity rover landed on Mars, followed by the Perseverance rover in 2021. In December 2021, the James Webb Space Telescope was launched, positioned at a gravitationally stable point about 1.5 million kilometers from Earth, and has since captured the most detailed infrared images of the universe to date. In 2023, Chandrayaan-3 mission launched by India achieved a successful soft landing near the Moon's south pole, making India the fourth country to achieve a controlled lunar landing. Next, a closer look at the space station currently orbiting Earth. The International Space Station orbits Earth at an average altitude of about 420 kilometers, completing one orbit approximately every 92 minutes. At that rate, the crew aboard experiences approximately 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets every 24 hours. It travels at a speed of approximately 27,600 kilometers per hour. The station measures approximately 109 meters end-to-end, roughly the length of a football field, and has an internal pressurized volume of about 916 cubic meters. It has been continuously occupied since November 2000 and is a collaboration between 5 participating space agencies: NASA, Roscosmos, JAXA, ESA, and the Canadian Space Agency. More than 270 individuals from at least 20 countries have visited the station as of recent counts. The station is visible from Earth with the naked eye under clear, dark sky conditions, appearing as a fast-moving point of light, often brighter than any star, typically visible for 2 to 5 minutes as it passes overhead. The station is expected to remain in operation until at least 2030, after which it is planned to be deorbited into a remote area of the Pacific Ocean. Next, a look at the telescope currently observing the most distant light ever recorded. The James Webb Space Telescope was launched on December 25, 2021, and reached its operational position in January 2022. It orbits the Sun at the second Lagrange point, a gravitationally stable location about 1.5 million kilometers from Earth, in the direction opposite the Sun. Its primary mirror measures 6.5 meters in diameter, composed of 18 hexagonal gold-coated beryllium segments, giving it about 6 times the light-collecting area of the Hubble Space Telescope. Webb observes primarily in infrared light, allowing it to see through clouds of dust and detect extremely faint, distant, and ancient light that visible light telescopes cannot capture. To detect faint infrared signals accurately, Webb's instruments must be kept extremely cold, below about -233 degrees Celsius, maintained by a 5-layer sunshield roughly the size of a tennis court. In 2022, Webb captured images of galaxies whose light had traveled for over 13 billion years to reach us, among the earliest galaxies ever observed. Next, a look at the stars nearest to our own solar system. The closest star system to our own is Alpha Centauri, located about 4.37 light-years away, consisting of 3 stars: Alpha Centauri A, Alpha Centauri B, and Proxima Centauri. Proxima Centauri, the closest individual star to the Sun, is a small red dwarf about 4.24 light-years away, with at least 2 confirmed orbiting planets. Light from Proxima Centauri takes about 4 years and 3 months to reach Earth, meaning any light we observe from it left the star during that time Barnard's star, the second closest individual star system, lies about 5.96 light-years away and has the largest known proper motion of any star, meaning it appears to shift position against background stars faster than any other known star. Sirius, the brightest star in Earth's night sky, is located about 8.6 light-years away and is actually a binary system consisting of Sirius A and a smaller white dwarf companion, Sirius B. Of the estimated 100 to 400 billion stars in the Milky Way, only a small handful lie within 10 light-years of our Sun, and only a few thousand are visible to the naked eye from Earth on a clear night. Next, a brief sense of scale before we close. If the Sun were reduced to the size of a basketball, Earth would be about the size of a peppercorn, orbiting roughly 27 meters away. On that same scale, Neptune would be a small marble, orbiting about 820 meters, nearly half a mile, from the basketball at the center. Light travels at approximately 299,792 kilometers per second. At that speed, it takes about 8 minutes and 20 seconds to travel from the Sun to Earth, about 5.5 hours to reach Neptune, and over 4 years to reach the nearest star beyond our own Sun. The Voyager 1 spacecraft, humanity's most distant object, launched in 1977 and traveling at over 60,000 kilometers per hour, would still take more than 70,000 years to reach the distance of the nearest star, if it were headed that direction, which it is not. Of the roughly 200 billion to 2 trillion galaxies estimated to exist in the observable universe, the Milky Way is just one, and our solar system occupies a single, ordinary position within it, orbiting one ordinary star among hundreds of billions of others. That's the full tour, start to finish. Every planet, the asteroid belt, the outer ice worlds, the edge of the Oort Cloud, and a brief look at the wider galaxy beyond. You don't need to remember any of it by morning. The numbers will keep. The planets will keep turning. Sleep well and good night.